was some Power Rangers news that broke last week. It wasn't. It was half reported on, half old staffers posting stuff because they were pissed off for not being rehired. Yeah, so Simon Bennett basically posted, that he's not going to be going back with the franchise, and then when asked further questions, she just goes, there's no more further opportunities for the franchise beyond this point. That was for him. That wasn't for the franchise. He's done with the franchise, but unfortunately, so is the mainline series. It seems like after 30 years, they're going to be putting an end to the main timeline of Power Rangers.
Wow!
And it sounds like Cosmic Fury is going to be the last season for the show.
I did not know that. I was wow.
Yeah, so some press conferences say Dino Fury Season 3, which is Cosmic Fury. So you can look at it a couple ways. I mean, they do have a multiverse set up in Power Rangers, because that's how they kind of explain away all the different themes of these seasons, because they don't all fit together in a single timeline. But it sounds like we're going to be having Jenny Klein, who's one of the executive producers on The Witcher and Jessica Jones, as the showrunner, with a Jonathan Entwistle as a director. And they're going to be going for a young adult, so they're slightly raising up the demo of the franchise, young adult, mature reboot of the series. I've seen some people post online that they're doing MMPR. I think that's still kind of up in the air, whether they're going to be redoing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or not. There's going to be a new original team. It doesn't seem like they're going to be kind of really referencing. I would imagine maybe you'd get some cameos from people, but wouldn't get full crossover with the previous seasons like we have been for the last 30 years.
So I'm kind of curious, though. Are they doing 2 seasons of Cosmic Fury like they did with Dino Fury?
No, this is it.
Wow. So it's
and I think it's going to be a short season, too. It's not going to be a full-length, 20-something episode season. It's going to be, I think it's going to be either 6 or 12 episodes.
Wow.
So they're really just going to wrap it up.
Jeez, yeah. I did not know it's going to come that quick.
Yeah, and it's Entertainment One's posted about it. I think there's been some Hollywood Reporter stuff about it, but not a lot of people online super talking about it in the community. I don't know if they're trying to stay positive. There's a lot of positivity around Cosmic Fury.
Yeah. Well, today I saw Hunter Deno was tweeting a bit about haters, and it started off as her saying, "Oh, what's something that you're looking forward to?" Slowly followed up by, "Listen, I know all you haters are gonna watch it anyways, so it's a win-win for me." She's like, "I'm just trying to stay positive here and have a good time with the fans, and I'm getting a lot of negativity here right now." I didn't realize that this was probably part of what was going on with that today.
Yeah. So I think that's why we got the nice anniversary special and everything like that.
It's a shame because that anniversary special was really good, and I was, we did a show on it, and we were saying, we would love to see them revisit other seasons and series with a sort of special like this to kind of commemorate 30 years of each of those series. But if they're really wrapping it up with this, it's kind of bleak. I mean, because you can't really wrap it up, because isn't SPD in the future?
SPD is in the future,
so,
and they've set up in the comic books that there is a continuation to SPD, and you also have Time Force too. That's super in the future, but it is a multiversal series. They can always pull some shenanigans to get people to come back.
Yeah,
if they want to do that, or they can just have them come back and cameo.
Yeah.
As a different character of some sort, if that's something that you're looking forward to. I thought a cartoon for the main line would have been a cool thing to do. If you're gonna, since we have a kids cartoon and maybe a young adult show, one of the big, we don't want to pretend it's all been sunshine and rainbows with Power Rangers. One of the biggest criticisms over the years is that the show has not matured with its fan base. So it'd be a show that people would phase in and phase out of.
Yeah.
And you'd have the same diehard fans that have been watching for 30 years, and that was basically it. So it's, if they're trying to go for a more mature audience, maybe, I don't want to say it's going to be bad. I mean, up until this point, I've liked The Witcher. I liked Jessica Jones.
Yeah, so Jessica Jones was pretty good the first 2 seasons. I did not get to finish the 3rd season.
Yeah, I only watched the first 2.
And then by then, they started axing all those Netflix shows. So it kind of like got like, we're like, I'm like 3 weeks I missed an episode, and I was just like, what's the point? It's canceled, kind of.
Yeah.
So it started off strong. The end got a little all right. The Witcher's good the first 2 seasons, I think. I know it's a very controversial, as with any fan base, everybody's always split on it. I enjoyed it, but I know people are very split on it. So we know she's going to be solid for 2 seasons based on the track record of those 2 shows. So I'm going to stay positive with it. Both are pretty dark shows, too. Especially Jessica Jones. It was extremely dark.
I just hope it's still kept lighthearted enough that you don't lose the spark of the series.
Like I liked that movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it. Who put out that movie? Legendary. Yeah. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was decent. It was quite a lot of...
I think the style was a little...
forced setup. Like, it was... Basically, the whole movie was just set up for the next movie, it felt like to me. It was a lot of introduction to the characters, which was great. We got a lot of backstory on these characters and everything, and it was really cool. It was really building to something bigger. Like, I feel like the second movie would have been a lot more better, but we never got to see that.
Yeah, and I think that basically them sticking with Netflix has probably kind of put the kibosh on any movie universe or anything, at least for right now.
Yeah.
This is a Hasbro brand, and if you look at other Hasbro franchises, they usually don't get the same treatment that Power Rangers gets. Power Rangers has been around for 30 years. Transformers has been around longer, but they've never had a continuing series for that long.
No.
It's always been spin-offs, reboots.
Bad reboots.
Yeah. Well, some good, some bad.
Well, we're talking like TV series wise.
Well, no, some people like them.
Some of them are like, they're like average. I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's fan bases are split.
I heard that Prime one that came out a few years ago was actually really good.
Yes.
That's like the first one in a while I've heard really good things about.
Yeah, that was the Netflix one.
That one I've heard really good things about. That's why I'm kind of like, Hasbro's worked with Netflix before.
And then Paramount's doing like that one right now that looks a little like
Yeah,
but I have not heard much about that at all. But Paramount
I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt and see where they go with this. I just hope they don't do like a bad like Winx Club or CW type of show with this.
People will lose it.
Yeah, that's like my one. When I hear young adult, that's the one thing like I hope they
Freeform. You think, or
that's the one thing I hope they stay away from.
ABC Family. Yeah.
But we'll have to see what they do. It's I'm willing to stay hopeful.
Yeah.
And again, we've gotten 30 years of this show, of this universe. I'd say that we're probably pretty lucky that it's kind of lasted this long.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time the show's been on the chopping block.
No.
Who knows? Maybe Cosmic Fury will be a big hit. I'm not super hopeful because I feel like they haven't done anything in a while to really bring people in. It was on the chopping block with Turbo.
And when does it even go live? It's supposed to be like August, right? I mean, it's been like...
Yeah. I think for the 30th.
Have we got a trailer? No.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of screenshots. The toys are hitting shelves, so it's got to be coming out soon.
But they're not even advertising the toys, and you can't find them online on like Target's website.
I've only seen them in pictures in stores. Yeah. So you just go to the store.
Target got a box and then just threw it on the shelf. This is what it seems like right now.
They probably don't even know it's a different series or anything. Just just throw it with the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, but I feel like they really let the franchise lack behind, and that's why I was like, that movie when they did that special, I was like, we should get more of these specials. Maybe that's the direction of the franchise. Maybe we'll just get a special every year, and it'll further the story a little bit more, a little bit more.
I mean, I think part of the lack of attention that the series has got is why the comics are doing so well, because the comics are really great.
Yeah.
Everyone seems to be more excited for the comic books now than they are for the actual shows.
Well, yeah, and that's
which is
kind
a good
of
thing, sort of.
That's a bit of a symptom of the show not maturing with its audience.
Yes.
You know, the comic books are a little bit more mature. I wouldn't probably let a little kid read it. I'd probably have a preteen read it.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe that's the target audience. Maybe they're looking for that comic book audience.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when this whole Netflix thing went down, they were like, oh, we're going to do an animated series as well. I always thought... there's been zip about that. I mean, it's been years now.
Yeah, I always thought the way to go with this was a young adult show, but, you know, still keep the spirit of the franchise. Don't do, like, you know, a terrible CW reboot. And then do a kid show cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, look at Young Justice. I mean, Young Justice kind of grew with its audience. It started off on Cartoon Network, then it got canceled, and then it came back. It was on that DC streaming service. It was a bit more edgy, and then they came out with this 4th season.
Yeah.
Oh, full out adult. I mean, we're talking gore, cursing. They went and pushed the envelope with it, and it kind of grew with its audience. I would say the first 2 seasons, yeah, kids could get away with that one. 3rd and 4th season, I don't think I would go there.
Maybe the 3rd.
The 3rd one started to push it a little too.
Yeah, it pushed it.
But the 4th one they went all out on.
Yeah.
And it was great, and unfortunately I think that's done because that's been silenced.
Yeah,
I DC mess.
Yeah, you can blame DC a little bit, but also if your show's been canceled 3 times and it's gotten revived 3 times, just finish the series.
Yeah.
Don't build more.
Yeah.
If you get another season, you can write something else.
The 4th season ended well enough to be like, all right, it was sort of the happy ending, but then it teased like, oh, there's this coming. And it was kind of like, oh, crap, I want to see that.
Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. You know, so we'll see how this series is. It looks like they're putting a lot of effort into it. It's not just going to be like, oh, yeah, here it is, throw it out there type of thing. It seems like they actually are putting some effort into making this season.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I feel 2 ways about this. You know, I feel like Hasbro has kind of let the series languish. But if it stayed with Saban, I feel like the track record where it was there was just going to be status quo forever, and it'd probably end up getting stale and just being sold for a library anyway. Right now, my big issue right now is if you're going to end this series, please give us DVDs or Blu-rays of the last seasons. We haven't gotten anything since Ninja Steel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be great.
Physical media. There's just a discussion a day or 2 ago. Somebody was tweeting saying that about the whole video game, saying that, oh, just get digital. It's a waste of resources and time making physical. And everyone's like, no, physical is important because libraries are getting cleared out.
Yeah, you want to know why?
Streaming services.
You want to know why physical is important? Because, you know, they just pulled Assassin's Creed, one of the Assassin's Creed games from Steam, because everyone's predicting that next week they're going to be announcing an HD remaster of it. So they pulled the original game from Steam, so you can't buy it anymore. And then if you want to buy the game in the future, you have to buy the more expensive HD remaster. Yeah.
That's what
They're
happens.
going to keep making you rebuy the same thing over and over again.